I kind of want to sing another REM. No, I want to sing Ahead by a Century. That's by the Tragically Hip. Ah, here it is. Good, good, good. All right, here we go. First thing we climb a tree, and maybe then we talk, or sit silently and listen to our thoughts, illusions of someday, cast in a golden light, no dress rehearsal, this is our life. And that's where the hornet stung me, and I had a feverish dream with revenge and doubt. Tonight we smoke them out. You are ahead by a century. You are ahead by a century. You are ahead by a century. There in the morning shroud, and then the day began. I tilted your cloud, you tilted my hand. Rain falls in real time, and rain fell through the night. No dress rehearsal, this is our life. And that's when the hornet stung me, and I had a serious dream with revenge and doubt. Tonight we smoke them out. You are ahead by a century. 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 And disappointing you is getting me down.
Hey, sorry I'm a little late tonight. Eventually I'll get it figured out. Looks like we're on 720p again. I got my mic working. That's good. Yeah. So yeah, I tested the stream before starting here, and just to see if I could get transcodes, but you know, I figured at this time at night Twitch wouldn't be too busy and they might be able to give me some transcodes, but they didn't. So so I'm back down to 720. I you know, I can stream it at 1080p. I'm all set up to do that. The camera, everything is able to do that. But if the only option on Twitch is 1080p, then there's some folks out there that might not be able to view it because they're, you know, they don't have the bandwidth, or they don't have the camera or whatever, the computer, you know, power or whatever to or, you know, or they're on mobile, you know, whatever. So I've been backing it down to 720, so that's what I'm streaming at is 720. That's the only option you have is 720. So that's where we're at. Just Double Tribble, by the way. It's Double Tribble streaming on Twitch. Tonight is Sci-Fi Movie Night, and tonight's movie isn't technically a sci-fi, but I'm working with public domain stuff at this point, so not a lot of choices out there. Last week we did a voyage to the planet of prehistoric women, which was kind of funny. And we got another comedy tonight. That one wasn't meant to be a comedy. This one is meant to be a comedy, and it is funny. So that's what we're that's what we're going to do tonight. The name of the movie, it's another Roger Corman movie. Now I didn't recognize his name last week, but yeah, he's done a lot of cult films. He's got a couple that have, a few of them that are in public domain. And this one, A Little Shop of Horrors, 1960, is another one. It became very, very popular, cult classic. And when it came out, it didn't. Some people liked it, some people didn't. And today, some people like it, some people don't. So, if you're one of those that like it, then you enjoy this. So it's not technically a sci-fi. It's a horror film, and it's black and white, 1960. And when it came out, it wasn't. He tried to enter it into some film festival or something, and didn't make the cut or something, and had distribution problems and all kinds of stuff. And he didn't even copyright it at all. Back then in 1960, in order to get a copyright on a film, you had to send stuff into the copyright office, right? You had to. I'm gonna adjust something here real quick here. Oh, I got it. That's okay. That's good enough. You had to send in a print of the film and some money and stuff to the copyright office, and he didn't think it was even worth paying that extra money to copyright the film. He didn't think it was going to make that much money, so he didn't even bother copyrighting it. And it's really weird that these films that are in the public domain, the reason they go into the public domain usually, often, whatever, is that whoever owns the film doesn't think it's worth copywriting or renewing the copyright. Sometimes it's a mistake. They don't do the copyright notice right, or they just forget, somebody forgets, maybe they're a big corporation and it just kind of gets lost in the shuffle or whatever, so even there's some really good films out there that happen to be in the public domain because of that. But usually it's just whoever owns the thing just doesn't think it's worth renewing or copyrighting in the first place. That's the case with this one. So he did this film, and he didn't make the cut. I think it was actually Cannes. It was the Cannes Film Festival, and he didn't make even the cut to even qualify for the competition or whatever, and and the distribution companies were. I think he had to finally make his own distribution company to get it out there in the theaters. So he just didn't even bother copyrighting it. He just wanted to make his whole thing when you see what he said. His whole thing was making money, right? He wanted to make money, but he also wanted to. It's a funny movie, so. It's been a long time since I watched it, so I don't know what the content warnings are on the thing. It's a horror movie, so yeah, there's blood. It's It's black and white, so. And this copy here, I didn't get a chance to actually watch the thing. You know, it's been a while since I've watched it, the film, and I downloaded a copy, and it's I downloaded it from the Creative Commons website thing. You know, they've got a bunch of public domain stuff up there, so that's what I did. I downloaded it from that, and I kind of scanned through it a little bit to see if it was okay, but I think we'll be all right. And yeah, so we're in 720, which kind of drag from film, but if you want to watch it, actually, you can. It's out there. You can go in a lot of places. You can go to get this film and watch it. So, what else is there? All right, let's go watch it, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Maybe I'll go to the Wikipedia page and read that or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So let me see if I can get this thing fired up here. Okay. Let me shrink my head here. Go to the head shrinker. Get my head shrunk. There we go. Okay. I'll have to adjust the levels here in this thing as it starts out, so it may not start out right. Exactly the right volume. So here we go. This is Little Shop of Horrors, 1960.
My name is Sergeant Joe Fink, working the 24-hour shift out of homicide. And this is my workshop, the part of town that everybody knows about, but that nobody wants to see. Where the tragedies are deeper, the ecstasy's wilder, and the crime rate consistently higher than anywhere else. Skid Row, my beat. The most terrifying period in the history of my beat began in a little run-down floor shop called Mushnick's.
Good morning, Mrs. Shiva. How's things today?
Oh, the same as usual, Mr. Mushnick. My sister's nephew, Stanley, died in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh, what happened?
He got blown up. Who knows how?
That's nice. Well, you would like, maybe as usual, some flowers for the funeral.
Should all acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind?
I thought possibly, because I always give to you all my funeral business, maybe you should possibly give to me, a little cut rate.
Look on me, Mrs. Shiva. What am I, a philatelist? I sell on Skid Row nothing but cheap carnations. And I should give you a cut rate. I can't even afford water for the flowers. To my throat, I would be giving a cut.
I dreamt I dwelt in marble halls with vassals.
Get up from the back! Excuse me, Mrs. Shiva, that's Seymour.
He's a nice boy.
Why don't you let him sing?
What, see? Look, here I got a new customer, brand new in the yellow vest. I should let the cleanup boy, what I can't even afford, chase him out right away. Flower as fresh as the springtime mushnicks. Hello. Oh, hello, Dr. Farb. What can I do for you today?
Listen, Mushnik, I haven't got much time. Send me over 2 gladiolas and the fern.
Excellent. That's 2 dozen glads, 1 potted fern.
No, Mushnik. 2 gladiolas and 1 fern.
You want I should put 2 gladiolas in the pot with the ferns?
No, 1 fern, 1 piece. Altogether, 3 pieces. I need it for my waiting room.
Yeah, it's the filling canal.
What?
A filling canal.
Good, I'll drill a bigger hole.
You mean you want 2 crummy gladiolas and 1 crummy fern? What kind of a decoration is that?
Listen, it's my flower budget for the week. Mushnik. Who can be a dentist on Skid Row?
All right, excellent. I'll send Seymour right away. Who am I to argue with science?
Make it snappy. Now you are going to get it. Oh, you are going to get it. Look.
Seymour Krellboyne? Now, Mr. Shiver, we were talking from the funeral flowers. What the little...
More funerals.
Did you call me Mr. Mushnick?
No, I was calling John D. Rockefeller for to make a loan on my Rolls Royce.
Sorry I said it.
Now, look, Seymour. You take 2 gladiolas. You'll cut them nice and even. You'll take 1 fern. You'll wrap them in a package, and you'll take them to Dr. Farr. Right? Now go already! Now, what can I do for you, sir?
My name is Burson Fudge.
Excellent. I am Gravis Mushnick.
Oh, that's a good one.
Now, who's going to get my roses?
I'll take care of you, Mrs. Shiver. Come right over here.
You would like maybe some orchids for a nice girl?
No, I think I'd like a couple of dozen carnations.
Carnations.
A person can't turn around these days that somebody shouldn't drop dead.
You've had more than your share of bad luck, Mrs. Shiver.
Bad luck, she calls it. You should have so many people kick off. You would have somebody fall on top of you, too.
What about the carnations?
You said you wanted some roses.
Yes, for Stanley.
My carnations.
You should see what that Seymour is. Oh, here are your carnations. Wait, I'll wrap them for you.
No, that's all right. I'll leave them here.
Why not? Of course. What else? They are all right?
Well, I've had better.
Well, this is a small shop.
Oh, that's okay. You know, those big places, they're full of pretty flowers, expensive flowers. When you raise them for looks and smell, you're bound to lose some food value. I like to eat these little out-of-the-way places.
Oh! Such a thing, eating flowers.
Look, don't knock it until you try it, huh? Look what happened.
This is what I was trying to tell you before. Look on him, everybody. Look at the quality of his work. I ask you, when I fired him, where is he going to get such another good job?
You mean I'm fired?
No, I'm electing you president from the United States. Yes, you are fired.
Gravis, you can't do that.
Who can't?
I didn't mean it.
You didn't mean it. You never mean it. You didn't mean it the time you put up the bouquet with the get well card in the funeral parlor and sent the black lilies to the old lady in the hospital. You didn't mean it. But this time, I, Gravis Mushnick, mean it.
He means it.
But gee, Mr. Mushnick, don't I always try to do what's right? And I'm crazy about flowers. I like flowers almost as much as Audrey does.
Excellent, you're fired.
Why don't you give him a chance to resurrect himself?
I give him a chance to quit.
I ain't gonna quit.
You're a brave boy, you're fired.
But that ain't fair, Mr. Mushnick. You know what I'm doing? I'm working on a special surprise plant just for you. I'm growing a plant like you ain't never seen before.
Excellent. I can't even sell the plants I got in my shop. Out, you.
Now, wait a minute. He's got a new kind of plant you want to look at.
I don't look on flowers, Mr. Yellow Vest. I got ancestors in the flower business for 200 years, but I got one shop on Skid Row, one stinking shop. I don't even like flowers.
No, you don't understand what I mean. Look, I've eaten in flower shops all over the world. And I've noticed that the places that have the most weird and unusual plants do the best business.
See?
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 What is this, a tango? All right. Explain me more.
Well, I remember one place that had a whole wall covered with poison ivy. And people came from miles around to look at that wall, and they stayed to buy.
The owner got rich.
No. He scratched himself to death in an insane asylum.
Oh, that was my cousin Harry.
All right. All right. You go home and you get this fancy schmancy plant and you bring it back here. And if Mr. Yellow Vest Fouch says it's a draw, you still got a job. If he don't, out you go to both of you, right?
Don't worry, you'll like it. You'll see.
This is Radio KSIK. You've been listening to Music for Old Invalids. Our next selection is entitled Sickroom Serenade.
Seymour, is that you?
Yeah, Ma.
Hey, here, look at my tongue.
But, Ma, I already seen your tongue.
Have you no sympathy for your poor mother? Laughing at her and mocking her illness, and she's got one foot in the grave?
Oh, I didn't mean it.
Oh, you never mean it. Now, come on, look at my tongue.
A tongue's a tongue, Ma. They all look the same to me.
Oh, did you stop at Dr. Mallard's and get the results of my tests?
Yeah, he said there's nothing wrong with you.
Oh, not Dr. Mallard. He's one doctor I thought would tell the truth.
He said you should be playing fullback for the Rams.
He wants me dead. I'll bet he's assistant coroner.
Ma, I gotta go.
And I know I've got my goiter's coming back. I can feel it every morning after breakfast.
Yeah, that's when you take those great...
What you got, a little surprise for me?
Open it up and see.
All right. Dr. Slurp Saddle's famous tonic. Wait here. To be taken internally or externally for pain and neuritis, neuralgia, headache. If hit by a truck, call your physician. Alcoholic contact, 98%. Oh, Seymour, you'll never know what this is going to do for me. Oh, I can feel that surge of warm health going through me already.
Look, Ma, I gotta get my plant and hurry back to the shop.
You mean that lousy weed out in the kitchen?
Yeah, and if Mr. Mushnick doesn't like it, he's gonna fire me.
Apparently, my hearing's going out on me. I get the distinct impression it's your job security. Depends on what Mushnick thinks of that thing.
Gee, it looks worse than it did this morning when I went to work. I wish I knew what to do with it.
Well, if you asked me, I'd pitch it out in the trash. I don't like my house cluttered up with rotten vegetables.
Look, Ma, I gotta hurry. Can I bring you anything?
Oh, yeah. Bring me the evening news. They're running a self-diagnosis contest. The winner gets to go to Mayo Clinic.
Bye, Ma.
Bye, son. I'll see you the rosy edge of dawn. Drink to me, oh, fill with thine eyes, and I will...
Hey, put this on my bill.
Well, here it is, everybody. What do you think of it?
Well, it sure is different.
It looks delicious, but don't you think it's kind of stale?
Well, it hasn't been feeling too well.
You call that a fancy plant? It looks like it never spent an LT day in its entire life.
I don't care. I like it anyway.
You like even skunk cabbage.
Yeah. What kind of a plant is this, Seymour?
Well, I'm not sure. I got the seeds from a Japanese gardener over on Central Avenue. He found them in with an order he got from a plantation next to a cranberry farm.
Fine. You don't even know what is this plant you're growing.
Well, I gave it a name.
What name?
Oh, gee.
What, you gave it a dirty name? You can't even mention it?
Well, I named it Audrey Jr.
You named it after me. Oh, really? That's the most exciting thing anyone's ever done to me.
You poor kid. I don't think it's so much I should keep on spending $10 a week on your salary.
But, Gravis, he named it after me.
I know, and if they keep it, they'll name it Mushnick's Folly because I'll be in jail for non-payment of taxes.
Are you crazy?
Who?
You. That's probably the only plant of its kind in the world. Don't you realize if Seymour can nurse that thing back to health, you'll have people coming here from all over?
You think so, you Fouch?
I know so, you Mushnick. Now, that's all I'm saying on the subject. Besides, I've got to get home. My wife's making gardenias for dinner.
Good night, you Fouch.
Good night. And I'll see you tomorrow. Crazy about kosher flowers.
He's a nice man.
Maybe he knows what he's talking about. Maybe he's not so stupid. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll keep you and this dumbbell junior for a week. If you can nice it back to health, you both can stay. If you can't, you're both fired.
Oh, gee, thank you, Mr. Mushnick.
Don't feel sad, Seymour.
Don't waste your pity on me, Audrey. I'm not worth it.
Who says you're not?
Everybody.
Yeah, I know. But I think you're a fine figurative of a man, and I know that Audrey Jr. will be the sweetest thing in the whole wide world.
Well, I don't know. I've given it every kind of fancy fertilizer and atomic plant food and distilled mineral water you can buy, but it just gets sicker and sicker.
Don't worry. You're going to be another Luther Glendale.
Pasadena.
Burbank. Good night, Seymour.
Night, Audrey. What's the matter, little plant? Haven't I done everything I could for you? Where did I goof? You're the first little plant I ever tried to grow, and if you die, I don't know what I'll do. Please don't die. I'll get you some water, okay? Oh, gee. You opened up just like you do every night at sunset. I wish I knew how to make you grow. Here, let me move this out of your way so you can breathe. Ow! Ow, 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 ow! Hey, what happened? How come you woke up? Blood? You like blood? Oh, you must be kidding. Well, we'll see. You don't know what I'm doing for you. Ow! Oh, who would have thought it? Well, I guess there's just no accounting for people's tastes.
You're the most magnanimous person in the whole world.
Look on him, Audrey. Isn't he beautiful? Isn't he delicious? Isn't he got the $2 raise? What happened to your fingers?
Bee stings. So how come I'm all of a sudden so wonderful?
5 bees, one for each finger?
10 bees. Did you say I was getting a $2 raise?
Correct, my very excellent Seymour. 10 bees.
What did I do now?
Don't you know what you did? Just look.
Oh, boy, look at that. It grew. It's almost a foot long.
Isn't it empirical?
It grows like a cold sore from the lip. Oh, hello, young pretty ladies. What can Gravis Mushnick do for you?
Well, we saw your sign outside. About the Audrey Jr. So we thought we'd come in and take a look.
Well, give a look.
That makes 4 people today who've come in just to look at it.
Oh, Dick, Shirley. Is that just too much? Oh, what kind of plant is it?
It's an Audrey Jr.
Where was it you got in trouble with 10 bees?
Well, is that all? I mean, doesn't it have a scientific name?
Yes, of course, but who could denounce it? You would like maybe to buy something.
Well, we don't have any money. Except $2,000. But that's just to spend on flowers. So we don't have any of our own. Isn't that a drag?
You got just $2,000 just to spend on flowers?
That's right.
Who died? The Chamber of Commerce?
Well, we're from Cucamonga High School. We're building a float for the Rose Bowl parade. Which is made out of flowers. Thousands of them. And we're on the committee that picks the florists. And then glues on the flowers. Gee, that sure is a mad plant. Wow, yeah.
Seymour here invented it.
He did.
Thousands of flowers. Girls, please don't damage the horticulturist. Tell me, how come you don't buy all these thousands of flowers from Gravis Mushnick? My flowers got something the others don't.
What's that?
They're cheap.
Well, gee, if your shop is good enough to develop the Audrey Jr., I guess it can get us everything we need. Yeah, we'll talk it over with the rest of the committee. Well, we gotta run now. Bye, all. Bye, Seymour.
Bye. Bye, girls. A son. A son. Look, Audrey. I got a son.
Oh, gee, Mr. Mushnick.
What, Mr. Mushnick? I don't want you should call me Mr. Mushnick anymore. I want you should call me Dad.
Okay, Dad.
Isn't that beautiful?
Seymour Krelboyne, come over here, my son. I want to talk on you about the future. Look on this fly trap. Look on it. Soon we got no more Skid Row. We will be rich, us. I am building for you a giant greenhouse in which you are making impossible flowers, which in turn I am selling at ridiculous prices in my giant new flower saloon in Beverly Hills. Do you see that big sign in the sky? It is saying, Gravis Mushnik in French.
Isn't it exciting? And we'll have an orchestra right by the cash register. And Gravis will wave his arms, and the orchestra will play Mendelssohn's Spring Song. And I'll come out in a gown wrapped by somebody expensive and say,
The carnations are $600 a dozen, 2 dozen for 1,000.
It's a bargain.
get 'em while they last.
Stop shouting! My Uncle Mush's brother Yankel just passed away, Tenafly, New Jersey. Tell me, how much are the carnations today?
The carnations are $600 a dozen.
And why are they letting him run around loose?
Please excuse my son, Mrs. Shiver. Just point to anything in the store and it is yours.
I mean,
That's right.
the cash register maybe, huh?
Wait a minute. Here are several dozen carnations on the house courtesy of Gravis Mushnik the Bloom Tycoon.
That's my dad.
Thanks. Thanks very much. Only tell me, why are you so happy? Not only did my Uncle Mush's brother Yankel die, Tenafly, New Jersey, you should also give some flowers to that poor dead plant there. Good morning, Mr. Mushnik. Good morning.
Good morning, Mrs. Shiver.
Look what happened to my plant, Dad.
Who are you calling Dad? Who?
Oh, no. And it was so beautiful just a few seconds ago.
Excellent. Just a few seconds ago, I gave away dozens of carnations free to Mrs. Shiver.
I didn't mean it.
You have perhaps an explanation.
No, but if you give me a minute, I'll think of one.
I can see it all now. We are in the poorhouse. That big sign in the sky, it is reading, Seymour Krelboyne, rest in peace, in Arabic.
Oh, you've got to give him another chance.
You promised me a week, Mr. Mushnick. I'll sit up all night with that plant. It'll be healthy in the morning. You'll see. I promise. I promise.
Feed me. Feed me. Feed me.
Who said that? You said that. You said that.
Feed me.
You said that. You can talk. I got a talking plant. Say it again.
Feed me.
Oh, boy. I never been to college and I ain't been around much. But I'd have been willing to bet there ain't no such thing as a talking plant. But I'll take your word for it. Gee, Junior, I'd like to feed you. But I used up all my fingers. Oh. Look at me. I'm all cut to pieces. But maybe I can find another drop here someplace. That's the best I can do.
More.
But I'm already anemic.
Feed me more.
Gee, Junior, I'd be happy to give you anything I got. But I gotta keep a little blood for myself or I'll be in worse shape than Mom. I'm sorry, Junior. Oh, I'll go for a walk. Maybe I'll think of something. chowhound. Don't bother me. I got problems of my own.
Feed me.
I'm sorry, pal. I'm fresh out of blood. Talk to somebody else.
I'm hungry.
I don't care what you are. Can't you see I'm knocked out? I just killed a man. I'm a murderer. You think it's fun to be a murderer? You think it's fun to haul around a sack full of...
Food.
Oh, no, Junior. What kind of guy do you think I am?
I'm starved.
Well, maybe just a snack.
That looks great. Now, that is what I call a salad. What do you call that salad?
Caesarean.
Well, before the next course, I think I'll have a nice cigar. All right? You would like maybe a cigar? You don't smoke cigars. What am I thinking about? Where are the matches? Oh, oi. You know what I found?
What?
I'm looking for the matches, and I found I left the money in the other suit.
Here's your mock chicken legs.
You don't have any money?
So what else is new?
All right. I made a mistake. After all, a man is entitled.
Go on, this is your story. I'll wait for the punch.
Don't get smart with me, girlie. I'll have you know that in my shop in the cash register, I'm having the total day's receipts, which is summing up to more than $9. You'll bring the rest of the food, then I'll go to the shop and get the money.
You're playing my favorite song. Now look here, Buster. One of you is going to go down right now and get the loot, while the other one stays here until the first one gets back, if you get what I mean.
Oh, fine. In this fancy schmancy restaurant, you are holding hostages, right?
Right.
Excellent. You eat up, Audrey. I'll be back in a flash with the cash.
Bye, Gravis.
To be jolly. La, 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 la. It's the season to be jolly. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. It's the season to be jolly. La, 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 la.
You flush now, right?
Bring me whiskey, rum, wine, gin, bourbon.
What?
Scotch, rye, tequila, sake, Manischewitz.
Did you bring the money?
Don't bug me with the money. I got to get drunk now.
What flipped him?
I don't know.
Look, here, take it. Bring me anything. Bring me everything. Creme de menthe, everything you got.
Okay.
Gravis, what happened?
Don't ask.
You look like you've seen a ghost.
Ghosts I could handle. Don't ask.
Why don't you tell me? Maybe I could help you.
Help you couldn't.
Try and eat something. It'll calm your aggravation.
In mine own shop. Audrey, you wouldn't believe it.
I wish you'd break out and tell me.
All right, I'll tell you tomorrow, right after I am telling the police.
But Mushnick didn't come to the police. If he had, that might have been the finish of the unhappy story. It was not.
Hi, Gravis. $85 worth of business already, and we barely opened.
What did I tell you? You wouldn't be interested in selling a half interest in this place, huh?
Mr. Mushnick, we talked to the committee, and they said we could use your flower. On the float. Hey, guess what? We're going to feature Audrey Jr. Right on top.
boy.
Can't you just picture it?
I can picture it.
Oh, won't the people just eat it up?
Eat up the people.
And we're going to have the big part of it open, so she can sit in it.
Who?
The queen, with her crown and scepter. She'll be so cute. Oh, you could just eat her up.
Eat up the girls.
Oh, there's Seymour! Oh, Seymour!
I got a toothache. Leave me alone. You come
my jaw! I got a toothache. It hurts. Oh, let go of my jaw.
Now, Seymour, talk on me.
I got a toothache. What do you want to talk about?
That plant, is that a nice subject for to talk?
The plant is great. It's 4 times bigger than it was yesterday.
I saw. How come the plant is now so big?
I don't know. But look at all them people out there. We only been open a half hour, and we already done $70 worth of business.
85. Now, look, Seymour. You gave this plant a fancy name, Audrey Jr., but I want to know right now, what do just people call it?
Well, it's a cross between a Butterworth and a Venus flytrap.
Venus flytrap. And what are the habits of this Venus flytrap?
Well, the book says it eats insects. It eats them 3 times in its life, and then it's full grown.
Excellent. And how many times is this one eat?
Well, once or twice.
You don't remember?
Well, this is kind of an unusual type flytrap.
That is a possibility.
It may never eat again. I don't see how it could get any bigger.
Then you think it don't need any more flies?
Yeah. Oh, my tooth is just killing me.
All right, excellent. You run along to the dentist. I'll take care of things here.
Thanks, boy.
Gravis, we've got to order more flowers. Tons of them.
I'm making lots of money.
That'll teach you to keep your bill up to date, you deadbeat.
Go
ahead and run, you sniveling dog. Go ahead and run. I'm glad I heard you. I'm glad. Seymour, got a bad tooth, huh?
No, I thought this was the men's room.
Seymour, come back here, you bad dog. You get in there. So, you are the young man who ruined my gladiolas, huh? Sit down. Come on.
Guess what?
My tooth stopped hurting. Yes, I know. Let's see. Shut up and open up. Uh-huh.
Oh!
Does that hurt?
Yeah!
Good, you haven't felt anything yet. Uh-huh.
You shoot it over here.
Seymour, who was the dentist here, you or me? I'll find that tooth. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Look at that stalagmite. But don't worry, it's going to be an easy one, Seymour. I won't even use Novocaine.
Oh, you broke the mirror in my mouth.
Well, don't tell me about it, stupid. Just swallow it. All right, yes. Let's see now, Seymour. Let's see, I'll have this one, and that one, and I have to have this one, Seymour.
It's only one tooth.
Seymour, who is the dentist here, you or me? Are you practicing dentistry without a license? No. All right. Uh-huh. Let's see. Oh, shh. Seymour, Seymour, don't be mad. Look at that. Will you look at that, Seymour? I didn't know you were an elk. You know, I can't afford an assistant. So I get this ready instant mix. It doesn't last very long, but it tastes good. All right, Seymour.
Oh, stay away from me.
Seymour.
You're trying to kill me.
A duel. Aha.
Is this Stoddard's office?
Just a minute.
Oh, yes. I see it is.
You can come in now.
My name is Wilberforce.
Wilberforce what?
Just Wilberforce. My first name is Wilbur. My last name is Force. I don't have a middle name.
Well, you have an appointment, maybe?
No, but you were very highly recommended to me by one of your patients, Mrs. S. Shiva. I do a lot of undertaking for her relatives.
Well, as you can see, I have a customer now, and I'm all booked up for the rest of the day, so you'll have to come back tomorrow.
Oh, I couldn't do that. I have 3 or 4 abscesses, a touch of pyorrhea, 9 or 10 cavities. I lost my pivot tooth, and I'm in terrible pain.
Well, I can't help you today.
Oh, that's all right. I'll just wait outside. The patient came to me with a large hole in his abdomen caused by a fire poker used on him by his wife. He almost bled to death and gangrene had set in. I didn't give him much of a chance. There were other complications. The man had cancer, tuberculosis, leprosy, and a touch of the grip. I decided to operate.
My patient just left. You could come in now.
Oh, goody. I didn't see the other man leave.
Well, he went out the back door.
You know, most people don't like to go to the dentist, but I rather enjoy it myself, don't you? I mean, there's a real feeling of growth, of progress when that old drill goes in. I mean, I'd almost rather go to the dentist than anywhere, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Now, no Novocaine. It dulls the senses.
This is gonna hurt you more than it is me.
Oh, goody, goody, here it comes. Oh, my God, don't stop now!
Well, I made a lot of holes, and now I gotta fill it up with this here silver stuff.
Well, aren't you gonna pull any?
Well,
Oh, go on.
Well, it's your mouth.
Well, Dr. Favre, it's been quite an afternoon. I can truly say I've never enjoyed myself so much. I'll recommend you to all my friends.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye now.
Feed me.
Oh, take it easy, Dracula. What do you think I'm carrying here, my dirty laundry? I'm coming already. This should be enough for anybody. Well, goodbye, Dr. Favre. You may have been a crummy dentist, but you were a nice fella. I never meant to kill anybody in my whole life. I've killed 2 in the last 2 days. Well, but you asked for it coming after me with that knife and all. Bon voyage, Dr. Favre. You want anything else? See you in the morning.
Come in.
Hey, Joe.
Come on in, Frank. How's the wife, Frank?
Not bad, Joe.
Glad to hear it. The kids?
Lost one yesterday.
Lost one, eh? How'd that happen?
Playing some matches.
Well, those are breaks.
Yeah, I guess so.
Got a strange one here. Railroad people say they lost one of their best detectives the other night.
Oh, yeah?
Down by the yards. He was watching the refrigerator cars.
Refrigerator cars?
Ice thieves.
Oh, yeah? What happened?
Don't know. Vanished. Blood on tracks.
Clues?
None.
Anything else?
Dennis, Farb,
Dead?
missing.
Clues?
Blood in office.
Where?
Skid Row.
Ideas?
None.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Now we are on the case. Officer Frank Stooley and me. My name is Fink. Sergeant Joe Fink. Fella Fink.
Morning, Mr. Mushnick. Oh, boy, look at that.
Hi, everybody. Oh, my gosh.
Ain't it something?
It's monstrositous.
Yeah.
And to think that you did it.
Gee, Audrey, you don't have to kiss me.
Don't you like me to kiss you?
Yeah, but you don't like to kiss me.
Why shouldn't I?
Nobody else ever did.
Well, I do like to.
You do? You really do? You like to kiss me?
Sure I do.
Would you like to kiss me again?
Okay.
That plant?
Oh, boy, you kiss good, Audrey.
Oh, I guess I just have a good kisser.
How did it?
Would you like to go out on a date with me some night?
When?
Oh, sure I would, Seymour. Anytime.
Tonight?
Okay.
Oh, boy.
About that plant.
We got the list of flowers for the float, for the Rose Parade.
I can't talk to you now, girls. Talk on Audrey.
We got the list for the float.
Okay, let's take a look at it.
Okay.
Hi, what's cooking?
Look at my plant.
My, what a large one.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Shiva. What's new?
Oh, I got terrible news. My nephew Frankie just lost his little boy.
Oh, that's too bad. How did it happen?
He was playing with matches.
Would you like to buy maybe some flowers?
About 50 cents worth.
Well, I'll get them for you. Look at my plant.
I'm looking.
Your name Gravis Mushnick?
Look, I'm a Mushnick Gravis. That's my name.
Just want to ask you a few questions.
Questions, ask me.
Just want to ask you a few questions.
I didn't do it.
Do what?
Whatever.
Ever see this man?
Man, see picture.
Why are you so nervous?
You got a guilty conscience?
No, why should I?
Ever see this man?
Man, see the picture. Dr. Farb.
So you know him?
My dentist. He maybe did something.
Disappeared.
Blood in his office.
The other man, too. Blood in the railroad tracks.
And a few spare parts.
Dr. Farb is murdered.
Is he?
No, who knows? Not me.
What do you think?
He doesn't know anything.
Okay, Mushnick. If you hear anything about these men, call our office.
Sure, I'll be glad to cooperate with the police.
Hello, Aunt Sitting.
Oh, isn't it terrible what happened to your boy, Frankie?
Those are the brakes.
All right, Seymour. Now, you tell me if that plant is finished all grown up.
He's finished all growing up.
You wouldn't kid your father.
My father came home?
Me, idiot! It's a figure of speech. Now, look. I can't stand any more of that plant. It's growing me out of house and home.
Well, it ain't gonna grow anymore, I promise.
How can you be so sure?
It ate 3 times already.
What did it eat this time?
Well, about 1 million Japanese beetles.
So don't eat no more.
It's full.
Gravis. There's a lady from some kind of a committee's outside. I think it's important.
Excellent. By the by, I understand you want to take Audrey out on a date tonight. That's very good with me, because I am staying to keep an eye on that Meshuggah plant.
Where are we going to go tonight, Seymour?
Well, I just remembered I don't have any money.
Well, that's okay. We could take a walk along the ocean or something.
I got a great idea. We can eat dinner at my house. My mom's a great cook.
Well, that's swell.
Oh, boy, I'll call her later and tell her.
Okay.
Oh, that's remarkable.
You like?
Oh,
I neither like nor dislike anything, my goodness. I happen to represent the Society of Silent Flower Observers of Southern California.
How about that?
Tell me, who created this magnificent bloom?
I did, me.
And what might your name be?
Seymour Krelboyne with a K.
Krelboyne.
Krelboyne.
Raised it in a coffee can.
This? Well, tell me, Mr. Krelboyne, is this a freak, or can more be raised from the seeds?
We should live so long.
Well, I don't think they're going to be any more, Miss,
Fuschtwanger. Mrs. Hortense Fuschtwanger.
I think this is going to be the only one, Mrs. Fishswinger.
Fuschtwanger.
Fuschtwanger?
It's probably indigestible anyway.
At any rate, I have the honor to tell you, Seymour Krelboyne, that you have been selected to receive the annual trophy of the Society of Silent Flower Observers of Southern California.
A trophy? Me?
Such is justice.
Tell me, when do you suppose those large buds will open?
Well, according to what the book says about the plants that I crossed, they should open day after tomorrow at sunset.
Ah, very well. Then I shall return at that time to present the trophy. Good day. Remarkable.
Oh, boy, I'm going to get a trophy.
Oh, Seymour, I'm so proud of you.
Oh, a real trophy for Andre Jr.
We can put it on the float.
In the cross parade.
Oh, boy.
Don't look at me. I'm a terrible sight. I'm a complete sea hag.
She always says that.
Oh, well, it's true. I haven't been feeling very well lately.
Audrey, this is my ma, Winifred Krelboyne. Ma, this is Audrey Fulcourt. She's my girl.
Hi, Audrey. Are you hungry?
I sure am. I could eat a hearse.
Oh, well, sit right down, and I'll go get the first course.
Sit here, Audrey. You want me to take your sweater?
Yes.
Never mind that. Well, now try this.
It tastes like cough syrup.
Dr. Flynn's cough syrup. A toast?
To Audrey Jr.
No, to Audrey Sr.
You glutton, you. Tonight I keep an eye on you. I don't let nobody get near you.
Here comes the soup. Now, don't touch it till I get the flavoring.
Gee, Audrey, you sure look good by candlelight.
Oh, do I really, Seymour?
Yeah.
Here you are. Now try it.
Sure smells different.
It's different.
Some kind of oil, isn't it?
Cod liver oil. It's wonderful for the colon.
And that's sulfur powder on the top.
Feed me. I'm hungry.
Open it is.
Feed me.
I didn't hear it.
Feed me.
I heard it.
I want food.
A talking plant we got.
I'm hungry.
No. Hungry. And other fine kettlefen fish. Who would you like to have tonight?
You look fat enough.
We not only got a talking plant, we got one that makes with smart cracks. Will you listen to me, you botanical bum? Food you wouldn't get. Not from Gravis Mushnik.
I'm starved.
Excellent. You would unpopulate the old Skid Row. Well, you can forget about it. You wouldn't get fed from Gravis Mushnik tonight. Good night.
You'll get yours.
I kind of like this chow mein.
If it tastes a little bitter, it's because it's made of Chinese herbs and it's flavored with acromycin and Epsom salts.
There ain't another cook in the whole world like my ma.
That's what your old man said before the louse ran out on me. You know, if you're going to be married, you got to be a good cook.
Well, maybe you could teach me.
You think of getting married?
Well, he hasn't asked me yet.
Who hasn't?
Seymour.
Seymour's too young to get married. Look here, a boy's got to go out and play around a little bit. Go out on the make and have a ball.
Seymour, I don't want to have a ball. I want to be with Audrey.
No, look, Seymour. You promised you wouldn't get married until you bought me an iron lung.
But you've been breathing for years, Ma.
Well, it ain't easy. It ain't easy, son.
Nobody here. Black Cat, 13th John, Friday the 13th is stupid superstition. All right, you. Come out of there.
Don't shoot, mister. I'm old and sick. I wouldn't hurt even a fly.
Come out in the light where I can see you.
Man, please don't shoot. Please. Please, I'm only Gravis Mushnik. You wouldn't want to kill me. Where would you hide the body?
Don't worry, I'm not going to shoot you. Not unless you try something.
Try something? I never tried anything in my life. I wouldn't try anything now. You want my money? Take it. You want I should go out and steal you some more? That's all right, too. I'll do it.
Thank you very much. I like your brand of hospitality.
You'll excuse it isn't more. I'm only a poor flautist.
Yeah. We got about $30 here. Come on now. Where's the rest of it? I was in here this afternoon. I saw about 30,000 people in here. They must have spent some money. Where is it?
There ain't no more money. They came in to look on the plant. It's a big attraction. Audrey Jr.
The plant. Don't try to snow me, Jim. 30,000 squares didn't come in here just to look for a plant. I want it.
I don't got no more money, honest. Believe me.
Okay, let's try this. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, I ain't got no more money, honest.
All right, try it the other way around. 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right already.
Okay, Big Dad, where?
In the plant.
In the plant.
The big plant, Audrey Jr.
Inside the big leaf.
That's right, inside.
How do you get it open?
Just knock.
In there?
Inside, in the bottom.
I don't see anything.
Way inside. Right in the bottom. I did. I don't care about you got at the date with Audrey tonight. I am no more sitting up with that no-good plant.
But gee, Mr. Mushnik, you don't have to sit up with it anymore. It's all grown up now.
Excellent, smart guy. How do you know it don't be hungry no more?
Well, because...
Tonight you are staying. Then tomorrow they're coming and they're going to give you a trophy, and then after that we are getting rid once and for all for that plant.
Getting rid of it? Why?
Don't ask why. Why? The end. Into the garbage can. Aloha. Oy. Yes, Mrs. Shiva.
Oh, Seymour, you wonderful plant.
Oh, that's all right, Audrey. I'll grow other plants, even more wonderful ones.
I know you will. Did you figure out what we're doing tonight?
Yeah, we're going to a place full of beautiful flowers.
We have to stay here.
Yeah.
Well, never mind. We'll have a picnic. It'll be just like going to the country.
Oh,
Did you
boy.
get the 3,000 pink azaleas for the arbor and the 9,000 yellow mums for the border?
Yeah,
and the roses for the front and the back?
No, around the back. What do you mean you're going to a picnic at night with that full-cord girl?
Don't you like Audrey, Ma?
She's out after your money.
I don't have any money.
Oh, she's a smart one. She'll latch on to you until you get some, and then goodbye fortune.
But Audrey's an honest girl, Ma.
Yeah, never trust a woman who's too healthy.
But Audrey had a bad cold a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, a cold, a puny cold. Why don't you get yourself a real female with something decent like mononucleosis or gallstones?
Well, maybe she could catch something like that.
The only thing she'll catch is you. And she'll take you off to some shady sanitarium and leave me to chiropractors and faith healers. I know when I'm not wanted. Oh,
gee, Ma.
don't feel sorry for me. I'll just find a nice wet alley somewhere and curl up and wait for the end.
Oh, please don't die till I get back, will you, Ma? I'll take care of you. I'll always take care of you. I promise.
Yeah.
Bye. Gee, Audrey, I never tasted food like this before.
The peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Peanut butter and jelly, what does that cure?
Nothing. It's just a food.
Well, what good is it if it doesn't clear up pimples or shrink your sinus tissues or something?
You're just being silly, Seymour. Seymour, what do you want to be?
Well, I want to grow things. If I had a lot of money, I'd go to the South Seas where they grow the most fabulous plants in the world.
Well, that sounds exciting.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to the South Seas, too.
There's no reason why you couldn't go.
Would you take me with you, Seymour?
Oh, I couldn't very well go without you, Audrey.
Why not?
Oh, because I'm in love with you, Audrey.
Oh, I'm in love with you, too, Seymour.
Feed me.
What'd you say?
I was just kidding.
I'm hungry.
Seymour.
I didn't mean it.
Why did you say it?
Oh, food.
You didn't even say that.
Oh, yes, I did. I said it.
Oh, I'm looking right at you.
I'm a ventriloquist.
You're what?
A ventriloquist.
Feed me.
Seymour, do you feel all right?
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, then stop all this nonsense and kiss me.
I'm dying from hunger.
All right, if you're so hungry, eat something, but forget about me.
Gee, I'm sorry, Audrey.
Give me to eat.
If you can't control yourself, I'm going home.
I need some chow.
Oh.
An empty stomach.
Audrey, please listen to me.
I've listened to all the nonsense I want to hear, Seymour. You're a nut. You tell me that you love me, and then you act like a complete idiot.
Please listen, Audrey. I'll be able to explain everything soon.
Well, why can't you explain now?
Because so many things are so important. I want to marry you, but I got to take care of Mom. Well, that plant in there is going to make it all come true. Tomorrow they're going to give me a trophy, and I'll be famous. I'll be a big botanist. And then we can go to the South Seas, just like we planned and all.
But that doesn't have anything to do with what went on in there. When you're ready to come to your senses, Seymour, then I'll talk to you. Good night, Seymour.
I'm getting pretty tired of you.
I need food.
I don't care what you need. Look what you done to me. You not only made a butcher out of me, but you drove my girl away.
Shut up and bring on the food.
Don't tell me to shut up. You shut up. Who raised you from a bunch of little seeds? Who fed you all them high-class fertilizers and sat up all night with you when you were sick? Nobody else would have done that for you. Do you think anybody else would have brought you human beings to eat? You're darn right they wouldn't. Well, I've helped you, and you've helped me. Now shut your trap and go to sleep. I'm tired.
Krellboy, turn around. Close your eyes. You are asleep. Open your eyes. follow me?
Yes, Master.
You will go out and find me some food.
Yes, Master.
Now be gone and waste no time. Now be gone and waste no time.
My name is Leonora Clyde. How's the rain on the rhubarb?
Master is hungry.
Well, hello there.
I gotta find food for Master. Food I gotta find for Master. For Master, I gotta find food.
Maybe I can help.
Who are you?
My name is Leonora Clyde. I love you.
Master wants food.
Let the old goat wait. The night is young, and so are we.
Master doesn't eat goat.
Well, what kind of food does he like? Ooh! That's more like it. Kiss me. What's the matter? Don't you like me?
Too bony.
Too bony? Nobody ever told me that before.
Beef is better than veal.
Ah, you're such a dodo. What do you call this? Chopped liver?
Master would like more fat.
Speak for yourself, John.
My name is Seymour.
My name is Seymour.
That's my name, too.
Are you interested, or are you just wasting my time?
I never thought anybody would volunteer. Do you volunteer?
Sure I do.
All right, if you're sure you want to volunteer.
All right, my place or yours?
I don't care.
Well, flip a coin.
I don't have a coin.
Flip anything, silly.
Well, there's a rock. Wet or dry?
Wet.
The search was narrowing, and we knew that soon we would have the killer. Not that we had any more clues than before, but we had to tell the chief something. I had that feeling in my bones that the mystery was drawing to its climax. and I was determined to be on hand.
All right, out. Nobody is in. Today we have a special occasion for Seymour Krelboyne, which has invented the big plan. So I want everybody should please stay out of the way.
We want Seymour! We want Seymour! We want Seymour!
I tell you, this business is worse than being a conductor in a revoluting door. I'll be glad when this day is finished.
What's a celebration?
They're presenting my son with the trophy.
Yeah, what'd he do, run away from home?
Please don't look at me that way, Audrey. I want to talk to you.
I'm sorry, Seymour. I just don't understand you.
I'll explain everything after the ceremony.
You, police, what are you doing here?
Heard there was something going on here this evening.
Just thought we'd come by and keep an eye on things.
Look, we don't need no eyes kept on nothing. Everything.
The Society of Silent Flower Observers has arrived, and sunset is almost upon us.
Welcome, lady and gentlemen. We are honored for to have you.
Still working on those disappearances.
We think they were murdered.
Hey, look here, young man. That's no way to talk at a time like this. Let me see your tongue. Uh-huh. Now, what you got?
Just the facts, ma'am.
Trench mouth. I know. I had it back in '09.
Better have that looked into, Frank.
Whatever you say, Joe.
Mr. Krelboyne, the sun is going down now, and you do think those buds are going to open?
I hope so.
Because if they don't, Mr. Krelboyne, we shall just have to present the award at another time.
Oh, it's starting to open.
Isn't that smart? Oh, look, the first bud is open.
Isn't that
the railroad cop? Look at the rest. What do you think, Frank?
They're all there, Joe.
Yes, you're right. Mr. Krelboyne, how do you explain this?
I didn't mean it. That's right, officer. He didn't mean to kill them. Am I?
Seymour, you promised you'd explain.
Looks like they're getting away, Joe.
Yes, you're right. Let's catch him.
Right.
Oh, now the float will be perfect. Yeah.
You wouldn't find him here with the toilets. Let's go back.
You dirty rat plant, you messed up my whole life. I'll feed you. I'll feed you like you've never been fed before.
Better to give up, gentlemen. You wouldn't find him tonight.
Look, the door's open, Frank.
Oh.
He was such a good boy. Seymour!
I didn't mean it.
Okay, that was the Little Shop of Horrors with a horrible audio problem with it. Sorry about that. That wasn't Twitch doing that. That was OBS on my end. That wasn't like a Twitch delay. You know, sometimes you get delays on Twitch and stuff like that. But this was definitely an OBS problem, and I think it's their player. So I tried adjusting the audio sync and a whole bunch of things, and didn't help. So anyway, so that was Little Shop of Horrors. I hope that it wasn't too distracting having that audio problem with it. But yeah, it was. Just a whole bunch of jokes, you know, in there. And I don't know. It's it became a cult classic. I know where I used to live in California. This place in California I lived, and they would there was a theater that would play it, and people would dress up, and I mean it was a whole big deal, you know. They'd play this movie at the theater, and people would dress up and go to the theater and throw food around. It was, I don't know what it was. It's just just one of those things, you know. It's just a fun movie, you know. So not quite a sci-fi. Some places, some people think that's sci-fi. Some people get horror and sci-fi confused. So, but I don't. I'm more of a. To me, sci-fi has got to be hard sci-fi. It's got to be, you know, either in space, or they're time traveling, or you know something like that. And it's got to be, you know, there's got to be some technology involved in it somewhere. So, for it to be sci-fi. But some people have a more loose definition of what sci-fi is. But anyway, yeah. Sorry about that audio problem. I'll see if I can get that figured out. I'll probably do some more test streams tonight, this morning, whatever. It's almost 2:00 here where I'm at, and do some experimenting until I get that figured out. We can look at the Wikipedia page, I think. Let me see if I can bring that up here. Okay, let me get rid of that media source. So just take a second to bring this up, I think. Okay. All right, let's see if we can. Device not available. Huh. Okay, desktop. Here we go. Okay. All right, I think we got it here. So, Little Shop of Horrors. Let's see what it says here. Little Shop in the 1960s American horror comedy film directed by Roger Corman. Yeah, no, Roger Corman. Yeah, he's. I don't know for somebody who likes film, I don't know my directors very well. And so this is the guy who actually directed the film we saw last week, which was Voyage to the Planet of Prehistoric Women, which was the one last week worked with this setup that I have here because it was dubbed, so the audio was out of sync anyway. It was the dialogue and everything was done through it was a foreign film, and this guy bought the rights to the foreign film and dubbed it in English. So you couldn't, it's sad as when you dub something, it doesn't match up anyway. So it wasn't a problem last week. We didn't even notice it. And then there were some women who spoke telepathically, so they didn't move their lips anyway. So we didn't even notice that it was out of sync last week. But this one we did. So let's see. Farce about a florist assistant. Right, we know what it's about. Okay. Jonathan Hayes. That was the main guy. That was Seymour. Jackie Joseph. Mel Wells. This guy I think was involved in the production. He was like one of the producers too, I think, or something. And Dick Miller. I don't know which guy that was. Oh, maybe that was the cop. I don't know. I can't even recognize him. This is a much later picture of him. Who had all worked for Corman on previous films. Produced under the title The Passionate People Eater, the film employs an original style of humor combining dark comedy with farce and incorporating Jewish humor and elements of spoof. The Little Shop of Horrors was shot on a budget of $28,000. $288,000 in today's dollars, or close to today's dollars. Interiors were shot in 2 days by utilizing sets that had been left standing from a bucket of blood. Yeah, the film slowly gained a cult following through word of mouth when it was distributed as the B movie in a double feature. Oh, okay. Later with The Last Woman on Earth. Okay, so it's... Oh, yeah, Jack Nicholson, right? Gotta mention Jack Nicholson. Right, and in the presence of the young Jack Nicholson, whose small role in the film has been prominently promoted on its home video releases. Yeah. So that was when Jack Nicholson, I guess, was just getting started. So I guess he was taking whatever roles he could get and took that one. Oh, that's kind of funny. So plot, we know what the plot was. Here's the cast. Yeah, this is another kind of an issue with this film, of course, is it was diversity. There are no black people or people of color in this film. So and it has a pretty large cast. So that's kind of a problem. That happened, in the 20th century, that they would put out movies that just, when they excluded black people from film for a long time. They had in the 40s and stuff, they had black people in film, but they were usually stereotypical roles. But then, like, later on, like between the 60s and 70s, well, 50s and 60s. They hardly had any black people in film. And after the civil rights movement, then some filmmakers had black people in their films. But then later on again in the 20th century, in the 80s, if they did have black people, they were, really bad rep. It wasn't too good. So that's a problem with this film. And that's probably a problem I'll find if I stick to public domain films. That's going to be an issue. So I got to figure something else out. Let's see, Little Shop of Horrors was developed when Corman was given temporary access to sets that had been left standing. Oh, so he decided to use the sets in a film made in the last 2 days before the sets were torn down. Can you believe that? So he just happened to have access to a studio, and then decided, okay, we'll do a film, and made this up. Apparently. Does it say anything about the script? I don't see anything where it says anything about the script. I don't know how he did the script so quickly. First screenplay, okay. The first screenplay Griffith wrote. Oh no, okay, that's something else. Dropping in and out various times. Oh yeah, Sally Kellerman was involved in this. Sally Kellerman was, if you're a sci-fi person, you probably know her from Star Trek, the original series. She was in it was the first or second episode or something. She played one of the characters that got superpowers and stuff. And she was also well known for MASH, being in MASH. So yeah, so she was involved in this somehow before she became a star. Yeah, she was working as a waitress. And the producers went into the restaurant and were talking to her about it, apparently. She sat down at the table with us, and the three of us worked out the rest of the story together. So this is so funny. So so he finds out that they've got this set that's going to be available for 2 days after, they rent a set for so many, for a certain amount of time, right? And then shoot the movie. And apparently this Bucket of Blood movie, they were very efficient in their shooting and had 2 days left over. And this Corman guy found out about it and said, "Oh, yeah, we'll take it for those 2 days." And then made up the story. And then they went into a restaurant to talk about it, and Sally Kellerman sat down with them and helped them work out this story. This is funny. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize it had all that other stuff behind it there. I recalled, at first they told me it was a detective movie. Then while I was flying back to make the movie, I think they wrote a whole new movie more in the horror genre. I think over a weekend they rewrote it. It's not bad. It's not, when you think about it, there's a lot of dialogue. This is a dialogue-heavy film, To write that in a weekend, wow. That's pretty good, really. Okay, so I need to get production, right? Let's see here. Okay, Dick Miller, who had starred as the protagonist of A Bucket of Blood, was offered the role of Seymour, but turned it down. Oh, okay. So they were even going to borrow some of the actors from the other movie that was that was using the set. Oh my goodness. Followed by 2 days. Okay. Wait, production? The Bucket of Blood says was compressed, okay, into 3 days of cast rehearsals, immediately followed by 2 days and 1 night of principal photography. Okay, it had been rumored that the film's shooting schedule was based on a bet that Corman could not complete a film within that time. Oh, okay, so he's, oh, I see what it is. Okay, I screwed up here. Okay, that's right. Yeah, he did that one. He did that one. I'm not a big horror film person. So he did A Bucket of Blood. So it was his own film. So he rented the studio for a week, I guess, and figured out that he was going to be able to finish up early, and decided to use the last 2 days to shoot parts of this film. This is funny. So yeah, that's what he was all about, was to try to make films as cheaply as possible and try to make as much money off of them as possible. And that's why he didn't copyright this film. That's why it's in the public domain. He didn't want to spend the extra money to produce another print to send to the copyright office with whatever $100 or whatever they want to register the thing. He didn't think the movie was worth it, spending that money. So he did that, and then, and that happens on these public domain things. That's, they don't bother renewing it, or they don't bother copyrighting it in the first place because they don't want to spend the extra money. And then because it gets in the public domain, then all, TV stations, or small TV stations or anywhere will grab it and use it, and it ends up getting well known that way, and then gets a following, becomes more valuable, or would have been more valuable. So that's kind of funny. All right, so there's they just talk about, here's Nicholson, Jack Nicholson's comments. Let's see. According to Nicholson, we never did shoot the end okay, the movie was pre-lit. You'd go in, plug in the lights, roll the camera, and shoot. We did the take outside the office and went inside the office, plugged in, lit, and rolled. Jonathan Hayes was up to my chest, pulling my teeth out. And in a take, he leaned back and hit the rented dental machine with the back of his leg, and it started to tip over. Roger didn't even call cut. He leapt onto the set, grabbed the tilting machine, and said, "Next set, that's a wrap." If you've ever been on the scene of a movie, I mean a real movie, where they're on a set of a movie where they're shooting a movie, it's like laborious. They'll take hours and hours and hours just to shoot, a little 3-second thing or something. It's amazing how much time they put into these things, and and that's why these big Hollywood movies, often they're real expensive to make, millions and millions of dollars, to make them, because they try to get it exactly right, everything perfect, and they, they want to get the actor, in the mood, and everything. So they end up spending a ton of time on a real movie. But these B movies, this is pretty funny. It's just, as quickly as possible, just set it up, and all right, let's go. No rehearsal, nothing, just go. That's funny. Exteriors were later directed by Griffith and Wells over 2 successive weekends. Okay, so they shot the interiors on this set, and then the exteriors they shot over on 2 weekends, with $279 worth of rented equipment. This is funny. So this is, it's considering how they produce this thing. It's really, it's amazing that they were able to make it this good. And the other one too, like the last week, the this guy's other movie, one of his other movies, the Voyage to the Planet of the Prehistoric Women. I mean, he did that one really cheap too. He found this sci-fi film that was made in Russia and bought it all the rights to it, and just did an editing job and shot these women on a beach somewhere a little bit without even any sound, right? He didn't even need any sound equipment or anything to shoot them, because they were speaking telepathically, right? So he just did everything as cheaply as possible, just tried to make money on his films. Yeah, so they got different estimates on the budget. So, yeah, this is funny. Critical audience. Okay, the film's critical response was largely favorable. Yeah. It's got a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. Writer wrote the acting. Yeah, if you really want to watch this film, it's all over the place. You can get a copy of it. I kind of screwed up the presentation here, or OBS screwed it up. Their player's messed up or something. So I don't know. My CPU was like 25%, so it wasn't like there was, any hardware problem that was lagging it. It's definitely the OBS player's got an issue there on long videos. They may not have tested it on really long videos. They may have just tested it on short videos, because it was okay at the beginning of when I was playing this. It was in sync at the beginning of the movie, and the further along we got, the worse it got out of sync. So, and I checked the video that I downloaded. I played it on a VLC player and looked at it, checked a whole bunch of different places in it just to make sure that it was okay. So it's definitely OBS. It's the issue there. Okay, legacy. The film's popularity slowly grew with local television broadcasts throughout the 60s and 70s. Yeah, so these small TV shows would play public domain movies, and sell advertising around it just so they could make some money. Interest in the film was rekindled when a stage music adaptation. Okay, yeah, they did a stage on 82, right? Yeah, that's about the time. Yeah, in the mid to late 80s. That's about when. Or no, yeah, it was. Yeah, it was late 80s, I guess. Late 80s is when this theater had. Somebody invited me to go to. That's not the kind of thing that I do. She said, "Oh, yeah, we go to this theater," and they watch this little shop of horrors, and apparently, at certain scenes and stuff, they would call out things, and it's a, there are lots of funny dialogue in the movie, right? So the people everybody in the theater had seen the movie many times. They'd go every weekend to this thing. That was a thing. They'd dress up, and they'd throw food, and they would, the lines that they thought were nice or silly or whatever, stupid. I don't know. They would call out those lines while the movie was playing. I don't know. So that's not my thing, but. Let's see. And at the time, I wouldn't have appreciated it anyway. Let's see. Colorized TV included an audio commentary track. Colorized version is also available from Amazon Video on Demand. Okay. Huh. Yeah. In November 2006, the film was issued by Buena Vista Home Entertainment in a double feature with The Cry Baby Killer. Bills as a Jack Nicholson double feature as part of the Roger Corman Classic series. However, the DVD contained only the 1987 colorized version of Little Shop of Horrors. Oh, and not the original black and white. Ah. Huh. Yeah, so this is... It's funny to look at all all the background behind these different movies. I didn't really look. I should have looked. There was another thing I like to do on these old movies is to look at the, just the little scenes like when they're outside shooting and stuff, and some of the signs or architecture or the cars or just anything to see what it was like during that time. I mean, I was alive when this movie was made, so I remember these things. The way cars looked and the way the way phones looked and stuff like that. Also, sometimes the dialogue, if you go back to look at films in the 30s and 40s, the slang was much different. I mean, people today, wouldn't even recognize what they were saying because of the slang they use on a lot of them. So it's just interesting. And sometimes, things that are going on, current events that are happening at the time, sometimes those will end up getting folded into movies. Sometimes it gives you a feel for what, what the filmmaker was thinking about what was going on at the time. So I didn't see any of that in this one. I didn't see any references to current events or anything like that in this film that I could detect. But maybe they're there. I don't know. Release history. Okay. Legacy. Yeah. So. Yeah, interesting film. Sorry it got messed up. I'll work on that. I'll see if I can. I think there might be a way. I tried playing stuff through VLC, which is the main video player in Linux. I tried doing that, and the audio got messed up too. It actually echoed. So, but I think I'll just mess with it some more, and maybe I'll do some test streams to try to get that figured out. But sorry about that. I'm thinking next week maybe I'll just do a so we can do something more modern, and I don't have to rely on these public domain films all the time. Maybe I'll do a film review instead, or maybe I'll try that sometime during the week. Yeah, it's because then that's not early movie night, right? If you're sitting here watching me talk about a movie and showing clips from the movie, that's not. Yeah, maybe I could do that during the week or something. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Yeah, another way we could do it is to have just I'll give you links so you can watch the movie. We can all watch the movie together at the same time while I'm streaming. You know what I mean? You can go to Amazon or wherever you want to go to watch the movie, and we can all watch it together and then talk about it afterwards. Maybe that's a way to do it too. I don't know. I'll have to think about that to figure out what the best way to do that is, because there are some streaming sites that offer a special license. You can pay money as a streamer to be able to stream the movie, but it's like $20 or something to do that, or something that's it's expensive. Yeah, I can't spend any money to do that, so I'll have to figure something else out. All right, well, thank you for coming. I don't. Happy Nightmares is out there. We can stream her, raid her stream, because I have two viewers. If you guys want to, in fact, this would be a good tie-in, right? We watched a horror film, and then you can go see Happy Nightmares. I don't know what she's talking about today. Well, that's okay. We'll just rate her stream, and then wrap it up. So let me do this, and let's see. Raid. I don't think I need to say the. Let's see, Happy Night Years. Okay, I think I can do it this way. Yeah, the rate has been created. Okay. All right, well, thank you. I'm going to transition to the ending here now. Thanks for watching. See you on the other side.
Here we go. First thing we climb a tree, and maybe then we talk, or sit silently and listen to our thoughts, illusions of someday, cast in a golden light, no dress rehearsal, this is our life. And that's where the hornet stung me, and I had a feverish dream with revenge and doubt. Tonight we smoke them out. You are ahead by a century. You are